Welcome to Access a Trader, the #1 community for high-level traders to learn valuable trends and strategies, connect with other top traders, and become consistently profitable. Click the link in the description of this video to receive a special offer on our revolutionary PS60 training, access to our daily interactive webinar filled with experienced traders, and so much more. Space is limited, so make sure you don't miss out.
Let's kind of go through the scenario and see exactly what we had. Let's go through the watch list first. Again, this is a very, very specific market. This is a market right now for a process-oriented trader. And if you have the process in front of you, you're going to do very, very well. Okay, you're going to do very, very well. So let's talk about it. So the gift today, and usually the market guides don't give you a lot of gifts, but the gift today was Apple. So this was right off our watch list, okay, right off our watch list. And again, I still have the same bad habit of calling it a watch list. It's obviously we're not watching it, we're trading it, because again, the watch list is almost kind of a generic term on social media that they made up of stocks that you need to be in. The problem with a watch list is most stocks are so far away from the entry that you have zero ability to navigate those stocks properly because they're so far away from a technical entry point. But the names that we did identify, they worked pretty well. They usually do work pretty well. Let's talk about them. So Apple was the gift. Okay, Apple today was the gift from the market gods. Again, we had this over the weekend off that 158 break. Why was 158 important? Because, well, that's the 50-day moving average. When a stock breaks a 50-day and has clear space in front of it, it's a very, very good entry, not only for cash flow, but for a swing trade. Okay, a swing trade, especially a potential run ahead of earnings. And the gift that we got this morning was Apple got upgraded, okay, and it was trading pre-market 158.30s, 158.40s, 158.30s, and there was a sell imbalance right before the open, okay, and it got the stock down to like 157.70s, 158.60s, I'm sorry, 157.60s, 157.80s. And we said, listen, if this thing breaks 158, majority of the volume this morning was at 58.40s, 58.50s, stock should go. And that's exactly what happened. We got that open below 158. They started aggressively trading the stock 157.60s, 157.80s. And once it broke that 158, we got long, I got long, a whole bunch of people got long. Once it broke that 158, it was a rock star. I mean, completely rock star. And kind of you can see it. Here's all the pre-market activity, right? Here's all the pre-market activity, and the stock gave us such a gift. I mean, really gave us a gift. And once it broke this 58 level, I mean, it was really, really gone. We do have a runner left from the 58 level. Hopefully tomorrow it sees 161, 62. Again, the measured move for Apple before earnings could be that 163, 164 level. As you can see, the Bollinger Band is rising. So for all you guys who are swinging it, again, like I told everybody in the live webinar, you got to take some off just to pay yourself. But again, beautiful, I mean, an aggressive move, $2, very, very strong there. Tesla, obviously, on the long side did not trigger, so we had a pivot today on the short side of, on the long side of Tesla, but had nothing to do with the 360 area. The 149 IWM is still intact for tomorrow. WUW, here's a stock we put into the channel. Off the 68 level, it went to about 69.47. Still looks good for tomorrow. Let me see what CF did. I didn't really even see CF. CF we had at 37. Looks like it went to 37.30. Again, I wasn't even paying attention to the stock. NTES you couldn't have bought, unfortunately, off the 280 level because the stock kind of gapped and went. Some other names in the room. Again, very, very orderly. Apple was obviously the big one. I caught a nice little short on Google. Again, when the stock wasn't rallying, again, here's kind of what we're looking at. Here's the bottom of the channel right over here. You can see here's 1,723, 1,706, 1,723. So you can get in a sense that 1,007 was going to be very, very good support. Once it lost support, that was the move right to the next support, and that's exactly what happened. So I shorted on the 107 level. I started covering all the way down, and I wanted to see if the market could actually reverse. So I left a runner on. I mean, it got down to like 10. It got down to like 102-ish, I believe. 102 is 103. That was the kind of the daily support. I wanted to see if it could break it. Obviously, I could have covered there, but I wanted to see if this was kind of a reversal, which it was not. And I was very content of if it stopped me out break even, I was going to be fine with the trade, and that's exactly what happened. So that was fine. It was a good cash flow trade. Here was a sneaky pivot, guys. And again, all you guys on social media who are watching kind of the teaser. This is not what you guys see on social media. This is the teaser of the nightly video. There's a whole second part and third part that goes along with it. But the one thing that you constantly see me and hear me talk about is the sneaky pivot. A lot of people are like, well, what's the sneaky pivot? And here's a kind of a scenario that everybody's trained to look at the top of the range and the bottom of the range. But this meat right here on the middle is a very, very juicy part of the steak. And you can see here how Tesla stopped at this 350.45 level. And once this second candle confirmed, again, congratulations to you guys who did catch it. There was a beautiful $2 move, beautiful, beautiful $2 move in the name. So congratulations for you guys who caught that. NVIDIA, again, here's another example of a stock just confirming support. Again, if you believe in the theory that stocks trade from support to support and supply to supply, well, here is NVIDIA. It stopped right here. 194.40. This candle confirmed this candle, and stock went all the way down to 93.24. eBay, I mean, beautiful trade. Congratulations. I mean, again, not a huge move, but again, when you are identifying stocks based on merit instead of based on macro action, you kind of have to love technical analysis. And we had this on our actionable list, our daily pivot list for a couple of days. Yes, that's what's called a daily pivot spotlight. It's not called any watch list anymore. So once this thing broke that 38.05, 38 level, close at the lows of the day. Again, congratulations, you guys who did scalp that as well. Some smaller cap names I put in the room. HTGM. Again, was this for me? No, it's not for me. But again, I do know a lot of people do trade these smaller cap names. You knew the volume was coming in. This is such a chasing market, especially for uneducated chasing small cap traders. I put in that 220 level into the room. Stock went to 240s. Congratulations, you guys who caught that. XNET wasn't huge. I put it into the room. I believe 479 traded to the 490s. Again, not a big move. DELT, same thing. Again, these chasers are coming in and chasing these stocks. I put this in the room. The 151 area traded to like 163. So again, I'm trying to give everybody something, but the predominant moves for me and a lot of people in the live webinar are obviously going to be these beta names, because again, these are the only stocks in the global macro universe that you can trade on both sides of the market the same day. And once you get that 60-minute confirmation, it usually works out pretty well. And obviously the daily charts are the most important part. Again, you don't believe me, go see Apple. So good day, good day. Again, it wasn't exciting, but you don't want it to be exciting. Again, excitement is another trigger for an emotional commitment. And the last thing you want to do is create more emotional buildup. You want to create less. So guys, trade technical analysis. Anybody who says technical analysis is a waste of time, that statement is a waste of time. Get on the other side of a very aggressive pivot technically, and you tell me that it doesn't matter. So again, is there a part for fundamental analysis? Of course there is. And again, when you're taking a 5-10 year view, of course, no doubt. But again, for those guys and gals who disregard and talk negatively about technical analysis, don't be naive, okay? Don't be naive. You know that candle that you get caught, right? That you get caught unexpectedly? It's not unexpected. It's called a pivot. So don't be naive, guys. The market has a very, very good aggressive nature of humbling you, okay? So I learned that a long, long time ago. Don't ever discredit another trader's ability to put steaks in the freezer. Stay humble. Trust me on this one. Stay humble. The market gods are really going to show you what it is to mean, to being humble. So, knock on wood, but God bless everybody. So let's get into tomorrow's session. Okay, let's get into tomorrow's session and let's talk about Netflix. So.